everybody, it's Amy from CraftyMcFangirl.com. Welcome back and thanks for joining me for another Disney Parks themed craft. Today's project is inspired by the attraction, the Haunted Mansion. We're going to make a Haunted Mansion hair bow.
You can find links for all the materials you will need for this project in the description below the video, both on YouTube and at CraftyMcFangirl.com. You will need white polymer clay, clay tools, black acrylic paint, gloss glaze and a paintbrush, black and white fabric, and purple fabric. Look for patterns that remind you of the Haunted Mansion wallpaper or decorations. Black and white ribbon, you can use any kind you like. I had this striped ribbon left over from my monster wreath video. Purple ribbon, scissors, a cutting mat, a black rose button or small floral stem will also work, 2 barrettes, and a glue gun and glue sticks. In the first part of this video, we are going to make a polymer clay skull decoration for one of the 2 hair bows. Starting with a ball of white clay, slightly flatten out and shape the bottom of the circle into a bit of a teardrop shape. Just use your fingers to get the shape you want. Then use a clay tool to push in the eye sockets. If you don't have these exact clay tools, you can even use the smooth end of a pen or a pencil eraser will work. Then use a ball tool or a toothpick to make the nose and the mouth. Bake according to the instructions on your clay package. Baking time and temperature will vary by clay brand and the size of your project. Once your skull is baked and completely cooled, it's time to paint the details on the face. Use black acrylic paint to fill in the eyes, nose, and mouth. Let the paint dry completely before continuing. Once the acrylic paint is dry, you can glaze the skull with a gloss glaze. I use Sculpey brand glaze, but you can use any kind that you like. While the glaze is drying, we're going to make fabric bows. I am using black and white fabric and purple fabric. When I saw these designs at the fabric store, they immediately reminded me of the Haunted Mansion. I'm using a cutting mat to measure and cut the fabric into 14 by 5 inch pieces. Once you have your 14 by 5 inch pieces, heat up your glue gun for the next part. Fold one of the long edges of the fabric into the middle and glue it down. Then fold in the second long edge and hot glue it down. Next, take the purple ribbon and cut 2 15-inch strips and a third small piece of ribbon for the center. Hot glue the 2 ribbon strips in a long X. Start with a dot of glue in the center and glue each ribbon on. Then hot glue the smaller strip straight up and down over the center of the X. Flip over the entire thing and hot glue the center of the bow together to make it more narrow. Fold the ends into the center and hot glue them down. Next, take the 4 loose ends of the ribbon and glue each of them down in the back center of the bow. Open your barrette and hot glue it to the back of the bow. Use a generous amount of hot glue so that it sticks very solidly to the fabric. Then thread the center ribbon into the barrette and glue it down to create the center of the bow. Your bow is ready for the final decoration. Hot glue the polymer clay skull to the center of the bow. Remove any glue strings, and your first Haunted Mansion bow is done. Next, we're going to make the purple bow. Prepare the purple fabric the same way as we did the black and white fabric. Fold in all the edges and hot glue them down. Then fold in the ends and glue each one down in the center. cut a small piece of ribbon for the center of the bow. Then glue your barrette to the back of the bow. Use a generous amount of hot glue so that it sticks very solidly to the fabric. Then thread the center ribbon into the barrette and glue it down to create the center of the bow. Next, take your striped ribbon and create another bow. Tie it so that it's just slightly less wide than the fabric bow. Then trim the ends and make sure you have the loops even and flat. Then glue the ribbon bow to the front of the fabric bow. Glue it slightly lower than the middle so that you have some space above the ribbon bow. Finish the second bow by gluing your floral decorations above the ribbon and trimming the ends of the ribbon into neat points. And your Haunted Mansion hair bows are done. Whether you're heading to the Disney parks or just out and about in town, these bows are ready to wear anytime you feel like Disney bounding with a Haunted Mansion theme.
Thanks so much for joining me and have fun making your hair bow. If you'd like to see me make a craft inspired by your favorite Disney attraction, leave me a message in the comments below and I'll give it a try.